Hi, Emily Akins here, personal trainer and yoga instructor at Fight Gravity Fitness. We are going to do a 30-minute gentle yoga flow. So grab your mat. If you'd like to put on some nice soothing music in the background, that would be great. Whatever helps you to really come into this moment and connect with your practice. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat on the floor, taking one foot in front of the other, allowing the knees to open. See if you can relax through your legs. And I invite you to take one or both hands to your heart center, gently close your eyes or lower your gaze. Let's take 3 breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Feeling your inhale fill up your body, noticing where the breath goes. And as you exhale, think about releasing anything that is not beneficial in this moment, anything that has happened today so far or that's been on your mind. Just allow yourself to let it go with that exhale. Let's invite gratitude into our practice. We can be grateful for any causes and conditions that allowed us to practice today, or anything else that comes to mind. Just really visualize whatever you're grateful for, bringing it into your heart center, feeding it energy with your breath. And with our gratitude, we can set an intention for our practice today. Maybe it's just for this 30 minutes, or maybe it's something we want to cultivate in our life and take off of the mat. And imagine that coming into your heart center as well. As you feel ready, you can gently release your hands to your thighs, opening your eyes. Let's just take our neck, tilting our head side to side, opening up the side of the neck. Then allowing the chin to come down, a little rock side to side, little half circles. Allow your chin to rest towards your chest and draw your shoulder blades down your back. With an inhale, come through neutral, lifting the head. As you exhale, drop the head back gently. You can press your chin or your lips towards your nose, getting a nice stretch through the front throat. One more time, let's inhale through center. As we exhale, chin towards the chest, drawing those shoulders away from the ears. Inhaling through center and dropping back. Coming back up to the center. Inhale your arms up. As we exhale, squeeze your elbows down, squeeze your shoulder blades, cactus arms. 2 more times just like that. Inhaling the arms up. And exhaling, squeeze open through the chest. 1 more time. Let's inhale here. Take a nice twist to the right. Right fingertips behind you, left hand gently resting on your thigh. Really initiate this twist through your core. As you inhale, find length through the crown of the head. As you exhale, see if you can find a little extra twist. Next, inhale coming through center. We'll twist to the other side. Again, finding length with your inhale. Twist with the exhale. Inhaling the arms up back to center. We'll take our hands to the mat, bring our knees underneath our hips, wrists right under the shoulders for tabletop. Pressing the floor away, spreading the fingertips nice and wide. Engaging through the shoulders. And then working with our breath, we're going to find cat-cow. So as you inhale, untuck your tail, drop the belly, gently look up. Listening to your spine, we don't need to push it further than it's feeling in this moment. As you exhale, tuck your tail under, allow that wave to move through your spine, arching the back, chin coming towards your chest. So we inhale, untuck the tail, allow the belly to drop, squeeze the shoulder blades down away from the ears, look up. Exhale, tuck the tail under, arch the back, chin comes towards the chest. Let's take 3 more with our own breath. And if it feels good to pause anywhere and maybe take a breath or two to find expansion through the front or the back body, go ahead and do that. You can do a little exploring on your own. After you finish your 3 breaths and your 3 rounds of cat-cow, we'll come back to neutral, and I invite you to explore in neutral cat-cow as well. Maybe taking the hips side to side, maybe getting some circles to massage the wrists. Just checking into the body, feeling into certain places. Let's take just a couple more moments, maybe evening out if you were spending time on one side, making sure we do the other. And we'll meet back in neutral. Tuck your toes underneath, including your little pinky toe, pressing into the fingertips and the palms. We're going to hover the shins, engaging the core here, nice and strong. And then we'll slowly take the hips up high, melt your chest back towards your thighs, opening the shoulders. Take a breath here, and as you exhale, start to reach the heels towards the mat. Hips up nice and high. You can pedal out the feet one at a time here. If you have long legs or long arms, you can step your hands forward or your feet back to get a little extra length in your mat. Finding any movement that feels good here. If it feels tight in the shoulders, maybe bend the knees again, open through the chest, melting your chest towards the thighs. If your hamstrings feel tight, pressing those heels down, opening through the back. On your next inhale, look forward, and as we exhale, start to walk the feet towards the top of the mat, coming to a forward fold. Inhale the crown of the head forward, hands come to the shins, nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Take a moment here to just check out your feet. Say hello to your toes. Spread the toes nice and wide, maybe give them a little wiggle. And then take your head side to side. Relax the neck. Relax the arms, let everything hang heavy, and slowly roll up one vertebrae at a time. At the top, we'll roll the shoulders down and back a few times. And we're going to find Tadasana. So allow those shoulders to come to the back. Draw the arms down, fingertips reaching nice and wide. Check in with the bottoms of your feet. Spread your toes. If it feels good to find a little movement to connect with the bottoms of the feet, see if we can find an equilibrium between all 4 corners of our feet. Nice and solid base of our mountain. And then let's engage our entire body here. We have our arms, our chest, and our back nice and engaged. We can slightly tuck our pelvis, engaging the core. Allow the crown of the head to gently reach towards the sky. Nice, strong mountain. Take a couple of breaths here. As you inhale, feel that energy go all the way down through the bottoms of your feet. As you exhale, bring it all the way back up, out of the crown of the head. On your next exhale, slightly bend the knees. Inhale the arms up overhead, maybe fingertips touch. Exhale, take it nice and slow, hinge from the hips all the way down to forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, palms on the shins, crown of the head reaching forward, sits bones reaching back. Exhale, fold, plant the palms. Take both feet back to a high plank. Inhale here, nice and strong core. You can always drop the knees. As you exhale, elbows stay in, come forward on the toes, lower yourself all the way to the floor. Untuck your toes, maybe bring your fingertips back a little further, elbows in. We're gonna inhale a nice little baby cobra, lifting the chest. Exhale, lower. 2 more just like that. Again, checking in with your spine. We're just warming it up a little bit. Exhale down. Maybe we come a little bit higher with our cobra. Maybe we stay low. Check in with how your body's doing today. Last one. Keep your palms nice and planted. Tuck the toes. We can come through quadruped on the knees. Exhale, take those hips up nice and high, down dog. Finding any movement here again that feels good, opening up the back body. Let's take 3 breaths in our down dog. Heels reaching for the mat, fingertips spread wide, gripping the mat. On your next inhale, take that right leg up nice and high, keeping both hips square with the floor. As you exhale, bring that right foot towards your right thumb. Drop your left knee. You can untuck the toes, or if you'd like, keep them tucked for a little extra stability. We're going to inhale the arms up, low lunge. Anjaneyasana. As we exhale, sink those hips forward. Inhale, find length through the fingertips. Exhale, sinking forward. Inhale up, find length. This time as we exhale, take the hips back, right toes lift. Fingertips coming down to the mat. Pull that right hip back into its socket. Coming forward again, we'll inhale the arms up. As you exhale, come back, lift the right toes. Nice stretch in the back of that right leg. One more time, inhale forward. And exhale, take it back. As you inhale, come forward, take both palms to the mat on the inside of that right foot. We can walk that foot to the outside of the mat and just gently open the knee. Coming back in, walk the foot back in. Keep the left hand planted. We're going to open up the right fingertips to the sky. Make sure you keep that right knee right over the ankle. Don't let it fall out. Option to tuck the back toes on the left foot, straightening the left knee. Getting a nice twist here. On your next exhale, bring that right hand back down. If your knee is grounded, lift it up, pressing into the floor. Inhale that right leg back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, down dog, both feet to the mat. Couple breaths here, opening the back body. Maybe noticing any differences between the right and side leg. Your next inhale, take that left foot up. Exhale, stepping it towards your left thumb. Drop the back knee, maybe untuck the toes, and as you inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, sink those hips forward. Inhale, find length, opening the chest. Exhale, sinking forward. This time, inhaling up. And we'll take the hips back as we exhale, left toes come up. Inhale forward, back to our low lunge. Exhale, hips back, left toes rise. time, inhaling forward. And exhale to send it back. As you inhale, come forward, both hands come on the inside of that left foot. Heel toe the foot to the outside of the mat. We can gently open through the left knee. Your next exhale, bringing that knee back in, walking the foot in. Planting that right palm as we inhale, take the left fingertips up towards the sky. Option to tuck the right toes and lift the right knee. Finding this beautiful twist, looking towards the left fingertips. Your next exhale, bringing that hand back down. If your knee's been grounded, lift it on up. We inhale, take that left foot back, three-legged dog. Exhale to down dog. Take 2 breaths here. On your third inhale, look forward. As you exhale, you can walk, step, hop, however you'd like to get to the top of your back mat. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's take the arms overhead, nice and slow, all the way up. Slight bend in the knees. Bringing the palms together as we exhale, coming back to Tadasana, hands come to heart center. Finding this nice strong pose, we can take our hands back down, finding Tadasana mountain, checking in with our body, noticing how we feel. And we're going to take our weight into our left foot. We're going to find tree here. So just start by connecting with the bottom of that foot, having a nice strong base. Slight bend in the knee, tuck your pelvis under for this nice core stability. We're going to take our right foot, and we have a few options here for tree. We can tent our foot up, giving a little kickstand with our toes. We can come below the knee, above the knee, or in your hip crease. So we want to make sure we don't have any pressure on that knee. And no matter where you are, it's still giving a great benefit. We want to open up this right knee to open up the hip. So keep your hips facing forward, knee comes open. You can take your hands wherever they feel like they're helping. And then if you'd like, you can grow your tree up. Maybe finding a little breeze, maybe twinkling your leaves. The ultimate thing to do here, if this feels really easy, is to close your eyes. That's the big challenge. Nice, strong, stable standing leg, opening through that right hip for 2 more breaths. You can also find a focal point that's not moving to help stabilize with the gaze. And on your next exhale, we can gently release, coming back to mountain before we head to the other side. So taking your weight into your right foot, check in with the toes, spread them nice and wide, get a nice equilibrium on the bottom of the foot, slight bend in that right knee. Tuck your pelvis under for stability, and then we can find our tree on the other side, avoiding the knee, maybe keeping the toes grounded, whatever feels good for you. And wherever you are, connect with the bottom of that right foot, open the left hip. Decide to grow our tree up, maybe finding that focal point. If the side feels very different than the other, just being curious and aware. Each side is going to feel a little different with our postures. Maybe find that breeze, maybe closing the eyes and seeing how that feels. Let's take 2 more breaths here, nice and connected. And then with an exhale, release. Coming back to our Tadasana, both feet nice and strong on the floor. Mountains and trees. That's what we love. All right, let's inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, folding forward all the way down. Inhale for a flat back. Exhale, fold, plant the palms, come to high plank. Inhale here. Think about inhaling into the back and sides. So we exhale forward on the toes, elbows in chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And as we exhale, take the knees wide. We're gonna press back to child's pose. Take your big toes in towards each other. Melt your chest down. You can always bring your knees in. If this is too much of a stretch through the hips, you can bring them closer together. Stretch your fingertips towards the top of your mat. And connect with your breath here, inhaling into the back. As you exhale, see if you can relax your hips a little bit more. Maybe relax through the shoulders, melt the chest. That inhale, breathe into the low back, into the back rib cage, wherever you can find a little expansion, and then release with your exhale. One more breath, just like that. And then walking the fingertips back up. We're gonna go ahead and just cross the feet, coming behind us, and take it all the way down to your back. Bring your knees into your chest, find a gentle little rock side to side if that feels good. And then interlace your fingers on your right shin, extend your left leg nice and long, toes reaching towards the sky. Check in with your shoulders. Allow your shoulders and neck to relax, maybe taking your head side to side. Just using your biceps to gently pull that right knee towards your right shoulder, finding a nice opening through the left front hip. Take a couple breaths here into your rib cage. And then bending the left knee, take the left foot flat on the floor, cross the right leg over. Reclined figure four. If this feels good, you can hold here, or you can reach through, interlacing your fingers behind your left thigh. Again, relaxing through the neck and shoulders, just gently using your biceps to pull that left knee towards your face. And I invite you to explore here. You can open through that right hip. You can straighten the left leg, maybe finding some movement through one or both of the feet, or maybe just finding stillness. Taking a couple breaths. And then bringing both feet flat to the floor, knees bent. Take your arms out to a T. Gently take your hips to the left, very slightly. Allow your knees to fall to the right. Keeping that left shoulder grounded. You can adjust if you need to. And then looking to the left if you want a little additional twist. Once you find your twist, see where you can soften a little bit. If you're clenching any muscles, allow them to relax. Letting gravity help you into your twist. back to the center. Let's take our hands on our thighs. Lift the feet and just make some little circles with your knees on the ceiling, massaging the low back. Interlacing your fingers on your left shin, send your right leg nice and long, flex the right toes up towards the sky. Gently pulling on that left knee towards your left shoulder, relax through the neck. Taking a couple nice breaths here, filling the rib cage on your side. And then bending the right knee, planting the foot, cross the left over. If this feels good, you can stay here, or you can reach through, interlacing your fingers behind your right thigh, gently pulling that right knee towards your face. And if it feels good, you can take some additional movements, maybe straightening the leg, opening up that left hip. Relax through the shoulders and the neck. And then take both feet to the floor, arms out to a T, hips slightly to the right this time, knees fall to the left. Keeping that right shoulder nice and grounded, you can take your gaze to the right. Noticing where you might be holding any tension and allowing that to release with an exhale. Nice and easy, bringing your knees back to the center. We'll lift the feet again, hands on the thighs, making circles on the ceiling, massaging that low back. Then I invite you to take any other posture or stretch that feels good before we head to our final resting posture of Shavasana. As you feel ready, you can extend your legs nice and long, taking up as much room on the floor as you'd like, taking your arms away from your sides, palms facing up. If it's more comfortable, you can roll onto your side. Wherever you are, allow yourself to soften and release into the floor. You can use our exhale to help to encourage that release. Maybe taking a little body scan, noticing any places that we can relax a little bit more. I invite you to close your eyes. Take a moment to check in with your face, maybe jiggling your jaw, allowing some tension to release. And as we find stillness in our body, our mind naturally starts to wander, so we can just pay attention and be aware if we start to follow it. In that moment, just allowing the thought to release and coming back to something in this present moment, maybe doing another body scan or connecting with our breath. And even if we have to do that a lot of times, it's practicing our presence muscle and coming back to this moment. We can gently start to bring awareness back into our body. Feel ready, pressing yourself up to seated. We'll end where we started, taking our hands to our heart center, closing your eyes, remembering our gratitude and our intention that we set at the beginning of our practice, remembering to take that with us off the mat and into our day. Thank you so much for honoring yourself with this time. You can gently open your eyes and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.